O Father of the 21st treasury of light, by your cipher and by your name, we invoke you. Oazi Ai. Oazi Ai. Let the divine light descend. It is the intention of this ritual and our fervent prayer to establish human liberty worldwide.
Establish. Protect homeless code.
Restore the purity of our air.
Restore the purity of our air.
Of our water.
Restore the purity of our water.
Of our food.
Restore the purity of our food.
And our medicines.
Restore the purity of our medicines.
And the integrity of our elections.
Restore the integrity of our elections.
May all those who search for the abundant life promised by the living Jesus come to discover the truth of the God force energy all around us and how to nurture our everlasting souls with this living light. And then when death comes, may we shed this physical vessel and rise triumphant in our body of light directly into the kingdom of heaven, following the path opened for us by the living Jesus upon his ascension. All these things we ask in the name of the living Jesus. Amen.
Amen. So mote it be. Take a moment now to again feel into your body. This ancient magical rite we are doing together helps you experience more God force energy within yourself. As you have more God force energy within you, so you are better able to communicate with others. And how is that? That's because God force energy is a type of psychic communication. And don't kid yourself, all human beings are psychic. It's part of our basic toolkit. We don't have just 5 senses. Those are the 5 material senses of the physical body. We also have senses of the spiritual body. The spiritual body is fed on God force energy. And when you have more God force energy within you, it's easier for you to connect with others. And it's that connection that makes communication possible. Anthropologists have discovered that almost 90% of communication is nonverbal. It has to do with the small fluctuations of the muscles in our face, the dilations of our pupils, the speed of our breathing, the way we stand, the way we use our hands, even the breath, and especially the tone of voice. There is so much information conveyed by a human being when they communicate. A lot of that information is lost when you move into print and type. That's the whole reason why on the internet and in internet communications, people use emojis, so that they can communicate the emotion of the words along with the words, because everyone knows that just words are not enough to convey true meaning. This is an aspect of divine intervention. You see, it is an aspect of divine intervention that in order to communicate effectively, we need to be standing at least within 6 feet of each other. Why is that? Why do we need to be within 6 feet? Well, because that's how the energetic body is. When you stretch out your hands to the side, the end of your middle finger, that's the end of your auric field. And when you swing it over your head, imagine your auric field going that high over your head, and then surrounding your body in that same wide field of energy. When you step into that 6-foot boundary within someone's energy, you're stepping into their energetic field, their personal morphogenetic field. And when you step into that morphogenetic field, you blend your 2 fields together. And this allows you to communicate psychically. This psychic communication, from simply standing close together, this is what we're seeking when we seek to move into crowds, and why we like being in large groups. We humans like the feeling of when our morphogenetic fields blend. And the more of us there are, the bigger the morphogenetic field gets, and the better we feel being in each other's company. I know this is the reason why. There are people who are trying to tell you that you need to make sure that you stand 6 feet away from someone. I'm telling you, they're trying to keep you from communicating with others. Don't let this happen. You have a right to communicate. Communication is one of the most sacred rights of humanity. Why, it was through communication that this entire world was created. Think about it. The world was created with a word. And, having been created with a word, it is sustained with words. And who is it that has words on this earth, if not humanity? We human beings are the ones who possess language, and so we are the ones with the words that create this world. Today, as you have the opportunity to spend this wonderful Friday in the company of family, friends, co-workers, and complete strangers, and yes, it's a pleasure to spend time with strangers, remember to stand close to each other. Remember to show each other your faces. Remember that 90% of all human communication is nonverbal. It'll be a while to take in just one more deep breath of God force.
Thank you, Leslie, at alphaomega.church. And while you're there, we ask that you consider leaving a donation. This is the part where we pass around the collection plate every day. And also, while you're there, be sure to visit our prayer wall. That's where we bring your petitions to the angels. And we do that every day. So thank you so much for coming out. We hope to see you again tomorrow. And until then, as always, have faith and expect a miracle.